family, Shamara here with SWHR Consulting, and today, as promised, I'm going to go over how to stay compliant in your business. Yay! A lot of times companies struggle with understanding what they need to do, especially in the beginning stages, and how to stay compliant and what documentation they need to have in place to keep them compliant. So today I'm going to provide you with 4 tips on how to stay compliant regardless of your company size. So tip number 1, know the law. What that means is you want to understand the laws that affect your business. Again, regardless of your company size, there are laws that you have to abide by. So I'm going to provide you with at least 4 laws today that you need to abide by across the board, again, regardless of your company size. And law number 1, Equal Pay Act. So you want to make sure that no matter if the employee is a male or a female, that you are paying them equally. So do the research and make sure that you are on top of paying your employees equally. Law number 2, the Civil Rights Act. And what that law does and what it protects is individuals from being discriminated or harassed. So please, companies, please educate your employees on what the law is and how it affects your business. Biggest thing that a lot of companies get in trouble for is because they maybe have not educated their employees on harassment or educated their employees on the types of discrimination. So just educate your employees, have policies in place that they are aware of, that they can sign off of, that they understand not only the law, how it affects your business, and again, just overall avoiding any type of discriminatory or harassment within the organization, because those fines and lawsuits are not pretty. Trust me, I've been a part of that process and been a part of trying to defend a company on those types of laws. So please just do your due diligence and educate your employees on how to avoid discrimination and harassment within the organization. 3, Age Discrimination Act. So if you're hiring younger folks, that's 18, and you're hiring, people that are within their 50s or 60s, you want to make sure that you are treating them equally across the board. It doesn't matter if they're young, doesn't matter if they're old, just treat them fairly within the organization, because there's laws against discriminating against individuals based on age. So just avoid it altogether and treat everyone equally. Law number 4, American Disability Act. So with the American Disability Act, it's essentially telling you that you need to make sure that you are accommodating those individuals that may have a disability within your organization, and making sure that they are aware that you are accommodating and that you're doing the right thing by them. Ultimately, it's just doing the right thing by your employees and making sure that they are aware that you have a process in place to accommodate for any type of disability. So that's all I have for you right now as it pertains to the law. Let's go on to tip number 2. So you understand the law, you've made the decision to educate your individuals on the law and the importance of abiding by those laws. So how do they go about knowing where to find the information? That comes on your labor law posters. So you want to make sure that you do have your labor law posted within your organization in a place that is centrally located, that everyone can view it, because employees need to understand their rights under the law. It's not fair for them to not know what their rights are, and they don't know how to make decisions if they don't understand their rights. So you want to make sure that they do have that information in place so they understand their rights. And really quick, before we move on to tip number 3, I just kind of want to show you what the labor law poster look like so that you can be aware. I know it's a little bit smaller, but and it does have 2018. But avoid all of that. This is just a really quick image of what the labor law posters look like. Again, there's lots of companies out there that you can order these posters from. And again, these posters do have all the laws laid out on one poster, so you don't have to go searching for the laws. They're all laid out on these posters, just posted in a central location so that your employees can find it. and again, understand their rights under the law. So now that we talk about a little bit about the law and where to find the information as it pertains to your posters within your organization, you're ready to make your first hire. So with making your first hire, it's very, very important that you understand what documentation come into play when you are making your first hire. And the two forms that I'm going to talk about today is your I-9 form as well as your W-4 form. So your I-9 form is utilized to verify that that person is truly able to work within the United States, really legally able to work within the United States. So utilizing that form helps you to verify that they are able to work within the United States. And again, there's different forms of identification that you can accept in order to do so, from a passport to a social and a driver's license. So just make sure that you are utilizing the I-9 to verify employment. And of course with the W-4, that's the IRS. So you want to fill out a W-4 as well, because that information does need to be reported back to the state. Circling back to the I-9 form, I just kind of want to quickly show you what that form looks like. So this is what the I-9 form looks like, guys. And I know sometimes there's big confusion on what to fill out in this little box here. Just so you know, it's not a number that goes here. You actually have to spell out US citizen or permanent resident within that area. And I'll go into more detail maybe in another video on how to actually complete an I-9 form, because I know there's always some type of confusion when it comes to completing the form, because it's constantly changing. I feel every year there's a new form or at least an update to the form. So if you are confused on how to fill out the form, or if you need some additional help in filling out the form, there are resources. Just go to the government website. You can definitely find out some more information on how to fill out that form. Circling back really quick though on the I-9 form, is when you do make that hire and you have completed that I-9 form or is in the process of completing the I-9 form, you do have 3 days, guys, only 3 days from the time of hire to get that form completed. So please make sure you take the time to get that form completed within the time frame, because that's where a lot of companies get in trouble, is not filling out that form in totality or not filling out the form at all. You get audited and they're like, okay, where is this I-9 form? You know that you need to complete it and it's not here. So just take the time to complete the form in the allocated time so that you are compliant and you're abiding by the law. Really quick too, when it comes to hiring your first employee or employees in general, you have to report that employee to your state in Nevada within 22 days. So please make sure that you are reporting all new hires within your organization to the state within 22 days. Also, some states do require that you utilize E-Verify when completing verification of employment with an employee. So luckily in Nevada, guys, you don't have to worry about doing or utilizing E-Verify. All you have to do is utilize the I-9 form and you are safe. Just complete it in its totality and make sure that you do complete the form. So tip number 4. So we've done everything that we need to do in terms of understanding compliance. We understand that we need to post the labor law posters within the organization. You understand when it comes to hiring employees, you have to complete your I-9 as well as your W-4 form, guys. Totally forgot to show you this, but this is a W-4 form. Make sure that you are completing your W-4 form. And now you're trying to figure out, okay, how do I keep all of this documentation and where do I keep the documentation? So with tip number 4, it's record keeping. So with every employee that comes within your organization, you do need to make sure that you have some type of record on file. And it is legally required that you keep some type of record on file for each of your employee within the organization. A lot of times where employers get into trouble is because they may have filled out the form, but they don't have it in a secure location. So the only people that are pertinent to the information should be the only people that have access to the information. So keeping it on lock and key in a secured environment is really important because it protects the employee's information. And the biggest thing is to make sure that there is no type of release of information, or making sure people don't get their hands on people's personal information, because you don't want any type of fraud happening within your organization. So just make sure that you do have any type of employee files locked up and secured, as well as make sure that your employee files are separated into different categories. And what that means is what's listed in your employee files, like offer letters and application, things like that, needs to be completely separated from your medical files on your employees, as well as your I-9. So please don't put your medical files with the normal employee files together, and definitely don't keep or put your I-9s for those individuals within their employee files. So keep all of those things very separate for all your employees. So that is all I have for you guys today. I hope that information was super helpful. I do plan to go into more detail on maybe some of the laws that again affect your business from start to as you grow, as you continue to develop, so that you are completely aware of how to stay compliant within your business. If you do want some more information, or you want to reach out and kind of understand a little bit more about what we do here at SWHR Consulting, feel free to check out our website at swhrconsulting.com, or you can always give us a call at 702-979-2119. Thank you guys. Thank you for listening. I really enjoyed doing this video. I am excited to do more videos coming up in the next couple weeks, so stay tuned. Have a good one.